working in the kitchen. Oh, hang on, I forgot my dish towel. Okay, so today I'm working in the kitchen, doing dishes, drying dishes, you know, all the things. But guys, I wanted to give you an update because, just quick backstory. I've been wanting to contact my mom. Make sure my volume's up. Okay. I've been wanting to contact my birth mother. Okay, real quick backstory. I was in foster care my entire life. Since the age of 2, I was an orphan. My parents had their struggles in life and they were young when they had me. My mom wasn't married, blah, 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 blah. But I'm 40 years old now, and as I'm getting older, I'm seeing that life doesn't stop, and you know, life just keeps going for everybody. It's not going to slow down for anybody. And I recently been on this journey to want to reach out and contact my biological mother and family just to, you know, give me some closure, give them some closure, maybe start a relationship, maybe share scripture with them. I don't know, just see where it leads, you know. I don't want to live the rest of my life like wondering what if, you know, because when I decided to look for my dad, he had already died. He passed away in 2017, and I missed that opportunity to be able to tell him, you know, I don't blame you, I love you, what happened happened. Hang on. Tango, stop it. Leave her alone. They just got baths, and Tango can't stand the fact that she's all clean. He wants her to be dirty. They want to go outside and roll around in the dirt. And I'm not letting him go because I'm like, no, you're going to stay clean until your papa get home. But, yeah, so my dad had passed and I didn't get that opportunity. And so now that I'm getting older, I'm actively trying to get a hold of my mom. So I did a video of the first night that I decided to do some background digging, and so I put in my mom's name, started cross-referencing, went down the list. The vlog that I'm going to post later is going to be that vlog of me making those phone calls. This is public record. I'm not saying anything that is not public. I'm not going to share their phone numbers, of course, but names are names, you know. So I actually got in contact with a cousin. One of my cousins that I don't really know. She doesn't really know me either. I don't know any history of my family. All I know is that my mom was a sister of 3 or maybe 4. I think they had a brother who died, but and we were the only two children. Me and my brother were the only 2 children that got taken away by state's care because she got put in prison. Now, I have an older sister who is my mom's, also from my mom. I don't know if we share the same dad or not, but she was already old enough to not be put in foster care, I'm thinking. I don't know. But what I'm also in the process of doing is getting my foster care jacket. What does that mean? That means I submitted a form. There's a form online that you can do if you were a foster child, to get your records from foster care, and they'll give you all this information from, you know, and mine's an extensive record because it spanned over 17 years, you know, so it's going to take a little while for them to get it together, but they're going to email me a PDF folder where it's going to have all this documentation that I can go over and read of incident reports and police reports and things that, you know, happened, and the whole case of why I was put in foster care and stuff like that. So I'm actively also waiting for that to come in. But anyway, back to this cousin. So while I was calling all these numbers, right, it gives you a list of numbers of like this person is associated with. So I just started calling, and all of a sudden under my mom's name there was a name named Janice. and it has a phone number. So, you know, that's the next one I call, and it rings, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because all the other ones that I was calling was like, beep, 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 this phone number is no longer in service. And so I was like, so when one actually rang, I was like, oh, it's ringing. And the voicemail came on, and it said, hi, you've reached Janice, please. And I'm like, oh my goodness, could it be, you know? So I left her a voicemail, and, you know, at first, of course, you guys, with all the scamming and everything, I understand, like, a stranger reaching out saying you're somebody who, you know, is a myth in our family. I've only heard about you. I've never actually met you. I'm sure that's what I'm thinking she's thinking, you know. And because I left her a voicemail, and I don't even remember what I said. I was so nervous. I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But she ends up texting me, and I was like, she was like, who's your mom? Who's your, you know, do you have a sister? What's her name? Like, she's like trying to get information. Like, how can I tell this is who you're saying you are? And I tell her my sister's name is this, my mom's name is that, my grandma's name, my tia's name, this is that. Tia means my aunt, my aunt. And she's like, yeah, okay. She's like, I'm Janice, I'm your cousin. And I'm like, okay, well, hey, I don't mean to bother you. I know this must be really weird. It's weird for me. But I was wondering if there's any way you can help me get in contact with my tias, because I figured that if anybody would know where my mom is, it would be her sisters, you know, because sisters usually hang tight, maybe, I don't know. But she's been very sporadic in contacting me back, which I can understand, you know, but dealing with my own mind and my own heart, it's frustrating. And some of my girls that I talk to, love you guys, I've been expressing to them like, hey, what do you guys think? And because you need that community to be able to like bounce things off of, to hear it, you know, like, what would you do? And they're basically on the same page as me. They're like, yeah, it's never too late to reach out. You know, do call all the numbers. Because at first I was like, oh, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to call this person. I don't want to call that person. But for me, my mom's in her 60s, right? And we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And I want to be able to put this chapter of my life to bed. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have closure and be like, I reached out. I learned what I learned, or who knows, maybe this will be a beginning of a new relationship between me and my mom. I don't know. You know, sometimes I think I try to lie to myself and like, oh, it doesn't bother me that I don't have family. Like, but I am lying to myself because it does bother me. You know, I don't want to hold on to the past and be like, oh, it's your fault that I went through this and this and that. No, it's not. I come to terms that my mom was young. It happened to me, you know. I want to start from this moment forward, you know. And that's where I am in this process. And I think I'm going to make like I don't have social media. I've never been like a social media kind of person. But I'm thinking I want to maybe start a social media account, maybe Instagram, maybe Facebook. I don't know. Just to be able to try to find somebody else, you know, because I don't want to put all this weight on my cousin. Like, she's married, you know, I looked her up. She's got her own business. She's got her own family. She's got her own things going on. Like, I don't want to stress her out and be like, you know, you got to help me with this. It's on you. It's not on her. You know, she's just part of the family. But I can understand where she's like, you know, kind of apprehensive, kind of standoffish. So that's where I am. I have actively started to do the research and try to make some connections. But you guys keep me in your prayers. You guys are going to go through this with me. I don't know how this is going to unfold. It could go right, it could go bad, it could go right or left, you know. It could be a good thing, or it could be something that's going to break my heart and be like, man, they're not living right, or, you know, they, you know, whatever the case is. But that's what I'm doing. And so today, let's get these dishes done and dried and put up so we can sit down, because I'm going to sit down with you guys, and we're going to open up I think I'm going to do Facebook. We're going to open up a Facebook account and go about it that way. And it's not going to be for any other purposes, but just to research my family and to see if I can get a hold of my mom. Because at first, guys, I was like struggling, like, oh, like this and that. But, you know, one of the ladies I talked to, she's like, hey, if it was me, I'd be calling everybody on the thing. Hey, you know, my mom, like, and she's right. Like, this ain't about everybody else in the family. This is about me and my mom. And it's about me getting a hold of her and us having a conversation, you know? So that's what we doing. And Tango's crying because I just gave them 2 baths. They've been itching like crazy, and I think it's because of the pollen, and they were outside working with RJ a lot during April, because now we're in the fire season has closed, so we can't burn anymore. So RJ, that's why he was out working so much in the field, and now he's back to work in the world. So he finished his classes, and his classes don't start back up until the middle of May, because we're taking summer classes also, because guys, we're trying to get these degrees done. I'm trying to get into the place where once I have my master's degree, I can start teaching online. And that's really my goal, is to be able to work from home and teach online. I want to be able to teach a criminal justice course online, and you know, start making some changes for me and my family, my immediate family, my husband and my mom. Like, my husband does all, he's the sole provider, and he also helps my mother-in-law. So if I could give him some help, you know, and that's really what the goal is. I pray that it be the Father's will that all this goes according to plan, which it never does, but we're just gonna go with it, you know. But that's why I'm taking summer classes, is because the faster I can get my bachelor's degree taken care of, the faster I can get into my master's. Once I get my master's out of the way, then I can start teaching criminal justice online. Start making the big bucks. Right now, they don't make big money. Professors don't make big money, but, you know, making my degree work for me is basically, you know. But let's get these dishes done, and then we're gonna sit down and do this social media thing. I never thought I would be on social media. I mean, I'm on YouTube, but YouTube is just, you know, YouTube is just like a therapeutic kind of thing for me, you know. Now, let me button this up, because hey, Tango, stop it. Stop it, before I spank your butt. That's real life, okay? Tango's being a bad boy right now, guys. And he gonna get a spanking on his butt if he don't stop. I don't know why he does that. Every time he gets a bath, he wants to start humping on stuff. Well, not on stuff, but his bed. He likes to hump his bed, guys. I don't know. That's doggy dog world, right? And then you give them a bath, and they want to run outside and just roll in the dirt. That don't make no sense. I guess to dogs that would make sense. Well, guys, I'm gonna get these dishes dried and put away, and then we are gonna go sit over there at my kitchen table and get on social media. Okay, see you in a little bit.